Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Warrenton High School. I'm Keith Brown, and you're tuned in to the Warrenton Sports Network for what promises to be a fantastic night of high school basketball. The visiting Winfield Warriors come in with a record of 10-11 and are in town to take on your hometown Warrenton Warriors, sitting with a record of 8-12 on the season. It's also Pink Night here at Warrenton, a tradition that this school and this community embrace with tremendous pride. Year after year, Warrenton rallies together in support of cancer awareness, and tonight is another powerful reminder of just how close-knit and supportive this community truly is. The energy in the gym is high tonight, and the cause is meaningful. These two teams met just 11 days ago in a thriller, with Warrenton edging out Winfield 44-41. To extend their unbeaten streak in this matchup. But don't let that fool you. Winfield holds a slight statistical edge this season, averaging 3 more points per game on offense and allowing 3 fewer on defense. On paper, these teams are nearly identical, and everything points to another tightly contested battle tonight. Settle in, folks. Pink Night, 2 hungry teams, and a rivalry that always delivers. We've got all the ingredients for a great one. Tip-off is about 10 minutes away. For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schrier's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with one truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here. Leading up to tonight's contest, we have a special video for you produced by the students here at Warrenton Sports Network, where they interview 3 of the Lady Warriors basketball players, reflecting on last week's contest and looking ahead to tonight's contest. I believe they interview Sophia Banky, Claire Goldsmith, and Zoe Duncan. So here's that video now.
I think we just need to play as a team and stay positive through these so that leading into our last few weeks of the season, we can just come out strong and get some wins going in the district.
How do you think this game tonight is going to go?
I think to win the game tonight, we need a lot of energy, positivity, and just working together and communicating well.
How would you recap the tough loss you had against Denver weekend?
Overall, I think it was a good game. We held our own until about halftime, and after that we couldn't really get anything into the paint or any offense ran, and we ended up losing, but our next game we're going to play our part.
So once again, we want to thank the students in the Warrenton Sports Network production class and Coach Coper for helping come up with those insightful videos. And that was not Zoe Duncan, that was Savannah Miller. That was the third video there. So just wanted to correct myself there. So we're about 6 minutes away from tip-off. We'll go to one more quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups in just a few. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home.
varsity team, the Winfield Warriors. Number 1, Chloe.
So once again, Warriors come with a record of 8-12, and Winfield with a record of 10-11. These two teams played back on February 6th, with Warrenton winning by 3, 44-41 at Winfield. The Warriors are without starting forward Zoe Duncan tonight. She's on the bench with ice on her ankle, it looks like, so hopefully she'll be back soon. The Lady Warriors do play tomorrow night against Montgomery County here in a home contest. So hopefully the sooner the better for Zoe. Fingers crossed. And we're ready to play hoops. Starting in Zoe's place is Ava Schneider, the 5'7" sophomore. Jumping ball for the Warriors, Michaela Whithouse will be going up against Megan Robeson for Winfield. Robeson wins the tip and gets it over to Van Cleve. Van Cleve gets it over to Havocan. Warriors in their 2-3 zone. High post. Kick it back out. Van Cleve with a 3, comes up short, goes off the player's hand, out of bounds, went off a Warrior player's hand, so it'll stay here. Winfield ball. Got a battle of the Warriors, so if I say Warriors, I'll try to correct myself. All right. Winfield gets the ball in, over to Van Cleve, Olivia Van Cleve. Skip pass over to Havocan. They feed the post into Robeson. Back out to Walcott. And Whithouse ties up Olivia Van Cleve. Jump ball arrow going the Warriors' way. All right, point guard Claire Goldsmith brings the ball up for the Big Red. Looks like Winfield's in a man-to-man. Feed the ball inside, but it's stolen there by Winfield. Going the other way is Olivia Van Cleve. She shoots a shot from 8 feet out. No good. Banky gets the rebound. She's headed the other way for Warrenton. Tries to get the ball into Miller. She gets it in, kicks it back out. Goldsmith with a 15-foot jump shot's good. Claire Goldsmith gets the scoring going for the Big Red. Give the assist to Savannah Miller. Miller averages 1 assist per game. It's all plus territory for Savannah now. All right. Outside shot by Winfield's Chloe Havocan. No good. Ava Schneider gets the rebound. She dribbles it up, gets it over to Goldsmith on the left side. Goldsmith kicks it back out to Miller. She drives the lane, pulls up, 12-foot shot, blocked by Robeson. Miller gets the ball back Schneider gets the ball back, gets it to Whithouse, set it back up to Miller on the left wing. Miller over to Banky. She's going to take a shot from the point. Hits the back of the air, no good. Schneider with the rebound for Warrenton. She gives it up to Goldsmith. Barks out of play, hands off to Banky. Over to Miller, left side now to Schneider. Back to Miller at the top of the key. She shot fakes, drives the lane, loses the handle on the ball, and it's stolen by Chloe Havocan. Havocan brings the ball up for Winfield in the black uniform. She gets it over there to Campbell. Her shot's no good. Warriors quickly the other way. Banky shot fake, steps in, kicks it back out to Goldsmith. She shoots a 3. No good. Rebound there to Olivia Van Cleve. She's going to bring it up herself. Over on the right side to Riley Van Cleve. Her shot's no good. Saved by the Warriors' Schneider. Goldsmith brings the ball up the court for the Big Red. Hand off to Banky on the left side. She dribbles towards the point. Over to Schneider on the right side. Now down to Miller on the baseline. Miller gets it to Banky. Banky dribbles in, kicks it back to Miller. Miller thought about driving baseline, lost the handle. Goes off of Campbell's hands and out of bounds. Big Red retained possession. Miller's going to inbound it for the Warriors, for the Warrenton. She gets it into Goldsmith. Goldsmith drives the lane, spins, shot fakes, kicks it back out. Banky now with the left side. She drives baseline, gets it back to Whithouse. Gets it into Goldsmith, a little 10-footer in the lane, off the back iron, no good. She hustles and gets her own rebound. Gets it back to Banky. Feed the post to Whithouse. Kicks it back out. Miller's three from the point. No good. Whithouse tries to save, but to no avail. Good ball movement from Warrenton. Just could not get a basket against the Winfield man-to-man defense. Warriors in their 2-3 zone-based defense here. Warrenton. They get it over to Van Cleve. Winfield gets it back to the right side. Get it inside, but Woodhouse swats it out of there. Picked up by Havocan. Back to Van Cleve. Havocan shot fakes. Van Cleve with the three. That's no good. Fight for the loose ball. A little pushing after the whistle. What's the referee going to call? We're going to get Campbell with the foul. That's her first. So, 4:20 left to go here in the first. Warrenton's up 2-0 on the basket by Claire Goldsmith. Banky's going to take the open three. She's been hot. That one's off the back of the iron. Rebound there by Riley Van Cleve. She's going to bring it up against the pressure. Over on the right side now, Winfield has the ball. Feed the high post. Tried to feed the low post, but Whithouse swatted it away. Goldsmith gets the ball, drives in, right-hand layups. Good. Claire Goldsmith's got 4 points. Good stop on the defense by Whithouse to knock that away. Like to see the defense knock it out of their hands when the ball's in the air instead of going for it when it's in somebody's hands. That's when you get the foul called. Okay, Campbell drives the basket and draws the foul. You're going to get the fouls on Ava Schneider for Warrenton, her first. Into the game for Winfield, Claire Shoemake and Jolene Laswell. Into the game for Warrenton, Jaden Cox. Winfield gets the ball in, left side of the zone defense, and they throw it off the foot of Chloe Havocan. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover for Winfield. Warriors ball. Left side over to Cox. She's going to take the three. A little long on a shot. Off of Shoemake's hand, the ball goes out of bounds. Warriors get the possession back. Miller back into the game for the Big Red. Actually, they're going to say it was not off of Shoemake's hand. She acted like it was off her hands, but referee gave her the benefit of the doubt. Coach Wirtz for Winfield calls out triangle on this play. Warriors still in our 2-3 zone. Left side to Havocan. She'll take the three. Shot sails long. Ball goes out of bounds off of a Warrenton player's hand. Winfield gets the possession. Winfield gets the ball in. Gets it over to Van Cleve. Inside. Jump shot from the free throw line was Laswell. Fight for the loose ball. Banky got it, but stepped on the sidelines. So Winfield with an extra possession. Feed the high post to Laswell again. She spins in the lane, throws it down low. Shot fake by Shoemake, and she draws the foul. I believe the referee said it's going to be on the floor. Foul's going to be on Whithouse. That's her first. Winfield inbounds it against the 2-3 zone of Warrenton. Havocan at the point now. Gets it over to Van Cleve. She feeds the post. Whithouse with the second steal. Michaela averages 2. She's already got 2. It's all plus territory now for Michaela. All right, Goldsmith at the point. Gets it to Miller. Back to Goldsmith. Over to Banky on the left side. A 20-foot jump shot. No good. Rebound by Olivia Van Cleve for Winfield. Right side goes to Shoemake. Stolen there by Warrenton again. Goldsmith brings it up. Warriors doing a good job intercepting the passes instead of reaching in and getting those fouls. Foul troubles hurt him this year. Banky with a little 8-footer inside the lane. Shot's no good. She fights for a rebound. Tied up, and Shoemake gets the possession for Winfield. All right, Olivia Van Cleve brings the ball up for Winfield. Over on the right side to Havocan. Back to Van Cleve. Over to Shoemake on the left side. She dribbles towards the point. And they're going to get an offensive foul. And Chloe Havocan pushing off away from the ball. She did it twice. The referee caught the second one. Claire Shoemake doing a good job holding her position and not getting caught shoving back. Sophomore's a heady player for the Big Red. Shoemake feeds Woodhouse out on the low post. Gets it back out to Banky. She drives, kicks the left side to Cox. She dribbles to the lane, back to Banky. She's got an open 3. She takes it. No good. Good job by Miller to get the rebound. And she wrestles for the ball and is knocked down. They're going to get Lasswell with the foul, her first. Good job by Miller to block out on the offensive boards. All right, Cox with the inbound duties. Gets it into Miller at the elbow. Over to Goldsmith at the point. She drives the lane, left-hand layup. Fouled on the shot. Basket's no good, but Goldsmith will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Fouls on Havocan. That's her second already here in the first quarter. Goldsmith goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's pure, nothing but net. Emma Flake checks in for Warrenton, giving Woodhouse a little rest here. 1:18 to go, left in the first. And Goldsmith makes both of those. She's got all the points for the Big Red here in the first quarter. She's got all 6. High post, Winfield goes, gets it outside, bends back inside to Crambo, and she's fouled by Flake. I'd like to see Emma really being aggressive there. When you're a freshman, getting a limited playing time, come out and be, an influence right away. Get in there and battle hard for the minute or 2 you're in there. You don't have to condition yourself and be shaped for the whole game. Just a couple minutes, give them a maximum effort for those couple of minutes. All right, they feed the ball into Campbell. Once again, Flake ties her up. And they're going to get Emma again on the second foul. That's one of those fouls on a reach. Whenever you reach, you're giving the referees, a 50-50 chance to call a foul. It's going to be on you or the other team, or maybe a 33% if they do call a jump ball. But you're really putting the game in the referee's hands. All right, outside shot made there by Olivia Van Cleve. 3-pointer trims the Warrenton lead to 3. Goldsmith goes quickly in the lane. Her shot's blocked by Campbell. Van Cleve brings it the other way on a break. She takes a little 8-footer and she knocks that down. Olivia Van Cleve has all the points for Winfield. Quickly the other way, Warrenton gets it to Miller. She drives the lane and she is knocked to the floor. That's going to be the first on Olivia Van Cleve. That should be over the limit for Winfield, and that's what it is. Savannah Miller going to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Miller is one of the better free throw shooters for the Big Red. Hits the first one and knocks it down. Into the game for Winfield, Kaylee Creech. And Miller knocks down both of her free throws. 8-5 lead for the Big Red. Winfield with the ball and 30 seconds left to go here in the first. Get it into Creech. Her layup shot, no good. Miller with a rebound. Gets it ahead to Banky. Over to Flake. She tried to get it back to Banky, but Van Cleve Riley intercepts it for the steal. And I'm going the other way. Jaden Cox intercepts it. 10 seconds left to go here in the first. Ball up to Banky. She steps into a three. Rhythm was good, and she knocked it down. Sophia Banky with the three. That's what you want to see going. Give Jaden Cox the assist. Warriors with 11-5 lead after one. Stay tuned. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. So as we head to the start of the second quarter, Warrenton leads Winfield 11-5. Be Warrenton's possession to start second quarter. And Coach Logan puts the starters back into the lineup. Winfield still in their man-to-man defense. Ball over on the right side to Miller, over back to the point. Banky shot fake, steps in, little 17-foot jump shot, comes up short. Rebound, fought for, and they're going to get Savannah Miller on the foul. That's her first. All right. Havican back from Van Cleve over on the left side, knocked out of bounds by Sophia Banky. Into Havican. She drives baseline, tries to feed it into the paint, but get knocked away. Back to Havican on the side, till 18-foot jump shot. No good. Savannah Miller with the rebound. She gets it over to Goldsmith. She's got her head up, looking down the court, finds Woodhouse open. Michaela picks up the pass, gets it over to Miller at the point now. Her three, no good. Fight for the loose ball. Schneider gets it off the board, no good. Gets her own shot, takes it back up and scores. So 2 offensive rebounds there for Schneider, and she gets the putback, 13-5. That's the largest lead in the game now. Campbell with the ball, gets it back out. 3 from Van Cleve, and she knocks it down. Olivia Van Cleve has all the 8 points for Winfield. Good pass there from Campbell. All right, Banky gets the ball on the right wing, drives the paint, gets it back into Woodhouse. She takes one dribble in. Back to Banky, a little 5-footer, a little give and go. Nice work there by the Big Red. Woodhouse with the assist. Good cut by Banky. The defender turned her head, and Banky went back door. Campbell once again at the elbow. Dribbles to her left. Ball knocked out of her hand. Woodhouse strips it. That's her third steal. Up to Goldsmith. Goldsmith bounce pass to Banky, and the Warriors get another basket. Claire Goldsmith with the assist. She averages 3. Leads the Warriors in assists this season. That's what you want to see from your point guard. Running the break and feeding it to the open cutter. That way the rest of the team will run, and they're going to get the ball. Woodhouse with her 4th steal. Good job stepping it in. She drives it all the way down. Shot fakes, gets it back out to Banky. She's going to take the baseline 3. Off the board and good. Sophia Banky is heating up again. Good assist from Woodhouse. Woodhouse has got 2 assists now. Campbell at the high post for Winfield. Back out. Van Cleve with the 3. In and out. Woodhouse with the board. Coach Logan asks Goldsmith to slow things down a little bit. She calls out a play. Coach Logan does. High post to Woodhouse. A little scissors action. Gets it to Goldsmith. Back out to Schneider. Her three's no good. Good block out by Winfield. They're headed the other way. Olivia Van Cleve down. Tried to feed it to her sister Riley, but it sailed over her head. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, Warrenton's possession. Into the game for the Big Red, Jaden Cox. Take out Woodhouse, and Woodhouse is over looking at the trainer. Taking a look at the nose. All right, ball on the right side to Savannah Miller. Back out to Banky. Skip past to Schneider. Over on the left side to Goldsmith. Back to Schneider. She'll take the three. Short again. Rebound to Miller. She gets whacked. No foul, but they'll say it's still Warrenton's possession. Warrenton can't afford to have any more forwards miss any more playing time, with Zoe Duncan being out for tonight's contest. All right, ball into Goldsmith. Goldsmith over to Schneider. She drives the right side over to Miller. Miller drives, spins on the dribble, splits two defenders. Her shot's blocked by the taller Campbell. Gets it over to Van Cleve. Over to the right side to Havocan. She dribbles in, and referee's going to call her for shuffling those puppies. A little travel action. Warriors up by 12, their biggest lead of the game. All right, Goldsmith gets it over to Cox. Cox over to Schneider. Schneider baseline to Miller. Miller drives the baseline. Ball goes off her leg and out of bounds. Cecilia Campbell doing a really good job slowing down the really speedy Savannah Miller. Miller's got a great first up, but Campbell's been there answering the call so far for Winfield. All right, Van Cleve gets it over to another player, but it's stolen by Banky. She hits it ahead to Goldsmith. Goldsmith's layup is good. Give the assist to Sophia Banky. Bucket to Goldsmith. Goldsmith's got 8. Banky's got 10. The guards, 1-2 guards for Winfield. Warriors been great so far here in the first half. Rebound goes to Schneider, and she is double teamed as she tries to bring the ball up court. And they're going to get Kaylee Walcott with the foul. 14-point lead now for Warrenton. That gets Jolene Laswell back into the game for Winfield. Goldsmith brings the ball up. High post to Miller. Hand off to Goldsmith. Now over to Banky. She shot fakes. Gets it back to Miller at the point. Back to Banky. Banky's going to set up the offense. Winfield still in the man defense. Left side to Cox. She drives the paint. Little 8-foot shot off the board. No good. Gets her own rebound. Takes it back up and knocks it down. It draws the foul as well. Jaden Cox, the 5'7" freshman, being aggressive. Foul goes on Laswell. It's her second. Cox with the old-fashioned three-pointer attempt coming up here. 16-point lead for the Big Red. Cox's free throw no good. Rebound goes to Winfield. Coach Wirtz is going to take a 30-second timeout. So Warrenton red hot here to start the game. 24-point outburst. They average 43 points per game offensively, and they're well above that average here tonight. Important because the last time these two teams met is only a 3-point differential. Back on February 6th, Warrenton beat Winfield 44-41. Big Red have come out with a lot of momentum and a lot of energy here to start the ball game. Looks like Warrenton is subbed in Emery Martinez, 5'1" sophomore guard, into the game for moving Banky to the forward position. All right, Winfield the ball on the left wing, down in the corner to Havocan. Feed the post, intercepted by Miller. What a great job by the Warrior defense. Foul goes on Walcott. That's her second. Warriors doing a real good job reacting to the passes and stepping into passing lanes. Much better way to get a steal than reaching in and letting the referees make the decision. All right, Winfield presses a little bit. Banky and Goldsmith beat the press. A ball over to Miller. Back to Goldsmith at the point. She calls out a play, gets it to Banky on the left wing. Looks like Winfield has switched to a 2-3 zone of their own. Back to Martinez, over to Banky. Banky's a zone buster. High post to Cox. She dribbles, loses the handle. Ball's on the floor. Picked up by Walcott. Winfield with an extra possession here on defense. Van Cleve drives the paint. Tried to come to a stop, but drugged the back foot. Gets called for the travel. Turnover for Winfield. Back into the game for Winfield. Olivia Van Cleve and Kaylee Creech back into the game. Looks like Winfield's in a 2-2-1 zone press. Warriors get the ball. Warrenton gets the ball into Martinez. She dribbles it up. Skip pass to Banky into the middle to Goldsmith. Attacks the basket, gets it down low to Miller. Layup is no good. Rebound by Laswell for Winfield. Over to Van Cleve. Van Cleve gets to the Havocan on the right wing. Back to Van Cleve. Close to going backcourt, and she does. Step back court. A little careless passing there from Winfield. Wasn't a lot of pressure on the defense. That'll make a coach's hair go a little bit gray. Campbell back into the game for Walcott. Warrenton's ball, sideline out of bounds. Gets it into Goldsmith. Over now to Martinez. She'll take the open three. Bam! Emery Martinez. She is a really good three-point shooter. She averages 43% from behind the arc. Give Goldsmith another assist. She's got 2 tonight. Right side to Havocan. High post. Go lob pass down low to Campbell. Her shot's no good, but she draws the foul. Little high-low action there from Laswell to Campbell. Foul goes on Jaden Cox. Good offensive idea there by Winfield. Laswell and Campbell are much taller than some of the girls in for Warrenton right now, and they just threw it over the top of the zone. Campbell's first free throw is good. The senior gets ready for her second shot. 18-point, it was a 19-point lead. Now down to 18 and 17. Campbell looked really good at the free throw line. All right, back to the press for Winfield. Cox brings it up. Skip pass up to Martinez. She drives. A little 15-footer. Knocked out of bounds. Banky inbounds it for Warrenton. Gets it into Cox. Back to Martinez. Sidelines. Back to Martinez. She tries to get it to Goldsmith. Stepping in the lane was Van Cleve, but Warrenton gets the ball back. Banky with the three. Woo! Sophia Banky's got 3 first-half threes. 13 for the game. 30-10 lead. 20-point lead. Warrenton's biggest here in the game. High post to Campbell. Gets it down low. I believe that's Laswell. Takes it back up, and she's fouled. So once again, Campbell and Laswell working well together. Jane Cox gets the foul. That's her second. If you want to stop the high-low, you got to really put pressure on the passer. It's not so much the defender down on the low side who gets the foul. It's the lack of not having pressure on the passer. Hard to throw a lob pass when you got somebody in your face distracting you. All right, back into the game. Coach Logan gets Whithouse. Free throw's no good. Banky with the rebound. Over to Goldsmith. Gets it inside to Martinez. A little layup. No good. Whithouse with the rebound and puts it back up. Good offensive board by Michaela Whithouse. Off the bench after seeing the trainer. It looks like she's good to go. Laswell over to Havocan. She'll take the three. Off the front iron. No good. Another rebound by Whithouse. That's 2 in a row. Coach Logan wants the team to slow down and go for one shot perhaps here. She at least called out a play. Banky on the left side. Miller baseline. Dribbles back to Banky. Asks for Goldsmith to come back to the point. She calls out a play. 10 seconds. You got to go. Like to get the shot up with like 7 seconds. You got time to rebound. Inside pass to Martinez. He has to save it and not able to do so. Horn sounds, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So after 2 quarters, your score here at Warrenton is 32-11. Warrenton leads by 21. What an offensive explosion by the Big Red. Just want to cover that last point again. You know, when you playing for a last shot, you want to get that shot up with like 7 to 5 seconds to go. So you got to start your offense with about 12 to 10 seconds to go. If you get the shot up with 7 to 5 seconds to go, it gives you time to get the offensive board. But just in case the other team gets the defensive board, it really doesn't give them enough time to go down the court and get a basket. So that's good timing. Warrenton's want to work on that, and I'm sure Coach Logan will address that at halftime. So stay tuned to the Warrenton Sports Network. We'll be back with the second half after this commercial break. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. Warrenton fans, this is your moment to be part of something big. The Warrenton Sports Network broadcasts 100 live events each year, and we want your business with us on the court. With flexible ad packages and an average audience of 1,500 viewers per event, your message reaches the heart of our community, families, students, alumni, and loyal Warrior fans. When you sponsor, you're not just advertising, you're helping keep these live streams alive. With your support, it wouldn't be possible. Join us, stand with our athletes, and support our community. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office today to learn more. The Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes to watch. Okay, as we head to the second half, let's take a look at the scoring. Laswell for Winfield has 1, Campbell has 2, and Olivia Van Cleve has 8 for the Big Red. A lot of different scores. Woodhouse has 2, Miller 2, Cox, the freshman, has 2, Schneider's got 2, Emery Martinez, the sophomore, has got 3, Claire Goldsmith has 8, and finally Sophia Banky has 13. Winfield starts second half with possession. That's Olivia Van Cleve, gets it over to Havocan, back to Olivia Van Cleve. Right side to Riley Van Cleve. Sophomore gets it over to Campbell. And Campbell draws a foul on the reach from Claire Goldsmith. That's going to be Claire's first. One of the things the Big Red avoided in the first half was reaching in. They were intercepting lots of passes, though. All right, inside, Winfield turns it over. Miller gets it ahead to Goldsmith. Goldsmith to Banky. The left-handed layup is good. Sophia Banky starts the scoring. Goldsmith's got her third assist. She averages 3, leads the team. She's off to a tremendous start tonight. Left side, Winfield gets it down the low post. Blocked by Woodhouse. Ball goes out of bounds. That was Kaylee Walcott, tried to score on the low post for Winfield. Woodhouse threw that out of there. Inbound to Havocan. She's fouled by Banky. That's 2 quick reaches from Warrenton. Like I said, they avoided that in the first half. With a smaller bench, you want to keep away from getting in foul trouble. All right, 3 from Havocan, no good. Rebound by Savannah Miller. Miller gets it over to Goldsmith. Goldsmith calls out a play at the point guard position. Left side to Miller. Miller on the left wing, shot fakes, drives the paint, elbow, jump shot. Off the back iron, Campbell with the rebound for Winfield. Gets it over to Van Cleve, who brings the ball up. Left side to Havocan. She drives the paint, throws up a shot, blocked by Woodhouse. That's 2 blocks now for Woodhouse. Goldsmith had going the other way. Little Euro step on the layup. Ball was blocked by Campbell, and the referee said it went off of Goldsmith and out of bounds. That's probably about 3 blocks for Campbell tonight. She's been a force in the paint for Winfield. Senior forward. All right. Olivia Van Cleve over to Havocan. Baseline goes Van Cleve. Tries to get into Campbell. Does. Campbell dribbles in, shoots the layup, and draws the foul. Basket's no good. But Cecilia Campbell will go back to the free throw line. She made 2 in the first half. They get Michaela Woodhouse on the foul. That's her second. Campbell makes the first one. She's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. Second one rattles home as well. Really good free throw shooter. All right, a little pressure from Winfield. Claire breaks the pressure, gets it down low to Schneider. Layup is no good. Campbell with the rebound, stolen by Woodhouse. And Woodhouse is being mauled down low, and they finally call a foul. Just getting it from behind her and in front of her. Finally called the foul on Havocan. That's her third. Once again, looks like Winfield's in their 2-3 zone to start the third. Goldsmith gets the ball into Banky. Left side to Goldsmith. Comes off the pick. Loses the handle. Keeps the dribble going. Takes a little 12-foot shot. Blocked partially by Campbell. Woodhouse with the rebound. She's tied up by Walcott. Arrow still going Warrenton's way. Schneider will inbound it from underneath the basket. Tries to get a ball into Woodhouse in the paint. Knocked out of bounds. Big Red will try it one more time. This time Goldsmith will inbound it. Gets it into Miller. Back out to Banky. Steps into a jump shot. Off the front of the iron, no good. Walcott with a rebound. They're going to get Woodhouse battling for that rebound. That's 2 quick ones on Michaela. She's got 3. Got to be careful now. That's going to get Jaden Cox into the game for Michaela Woodhouse. They're going to move Miller into the post position. Miller's listed as a guard, but because the Warriors are short, Warrenton is short-handed with the absence of Zoe Duncan. Miller's now playing the post. All right, Campbell at the high post now. Reverses to Van Cleve on the left wing. Skip pass her inside to her sister, and Riley Van Cleve dribbles in, shoots the right-hand layup, and draws the foul. Basket's no good. They get Snyder on the foul, her second. It'll be Riley Van Cleve's first trip to the free throw line. The sophomore guard makes the first. Winfield's a really good free throw shooter, it appears like. Kind of a lost art these days. Shot no good. Walcott gets the rebound, takes it back up and scores. Kaylee Walcott gets the offensive board and basket. Goldsmith going the other way for the Big Red. Gives it to Cox. He takes it in. Tries to shoot the layup, and they're going to get a foul called on Walcott. Looks like they're going to say it was on the floor. Actually, it's not going to be on Walcott. He called it on 1. That's Havoc-in. That's going to be her 4th. Natalie Scheibe into the game. Warriors get the ball into Scheibe, over to Goldsmith, back to Scheibe, over to Banky. Left side to Cox. She'll take the 3. Off the back iron, no good. Miller gets the rebound. Gets it out to Banky. Left side to Cox. Extra possession for the Warriors. Cox fought off the defender, gets it to Scheibe. Scheibe dribbles in and tried to come to a jump shot, but once again drug the back pivot foot. Travel was the call. Substitution for Winfield, Claire Shoemake in for Havoc-in with the 4 fouls. 18-point lead for the Big Red. High post pass to Scheibe. She cuts it to Shoemake. Shoemake with a nice cut back door. Her shot's no good. Walcott with a shot, no good. Back to Campbell, steps into a layup, draws contact, and they're going to call a block. Foul goes on Savannah Miller. That's her second. Winfield much taller inside with the absence of Duncan and Woodhouse for Warrenton. All right, so Cecilia Campbell back to the free throw line. She's making a living at the charity line tonight, 5 for 5. Like I said, it's good free throw shooting is kind of a lost art this year, but Winfield seems to have mastered it so far. Scheibe gets the ball into Cox, up ahead to Miller. Back to Goldsmith, left side to Scheibe. She takes a little 17-foot shot, off the board and good. Natalie Scheibe gets on the board for Warrenton. Another assist for Goldsmith. She's got 4 now. Point guard doing a good job running the offense. Van Cleve gets it to the high post. Has a skip pass to her sister, the other Van Cleve. Back to Riley Van Cleve. Goldsmith steps into the passing lane, almost steals it, but knocks the ball out of bounds. That's back to what the Big Red did so well in the first half. Stepping into those passing lanes. That's a better way to get a steal than reaching in. All right, Van Cleve with the 3. Shot's no good. Fight for the loose ball. And rebound in the basket by Walcott. Once again, the size for Winfield making a difference in the paint. Cox brings the ball up. Tries the Euro step. And pass is intercepted. Van Cleve with the layup, a chance going here for Winfield. And looks like they're going to get Goldsmith for the reach. And they're going to get a technical for something. So, first foul is on Claire Goldsmith. That's her second on the shot. And then they called a technical foul on Olivia Van Cleve, who must have said something after the foul. And she gets called for a technical. The technical counts as a personal foul. I don't know if she taunted her or something, because Olivia Van Cleve is going to shoot the free throws here. But the referee called that technical very quickly, so he definitely heard something or saw something. Van Cleve sinks the first free throw. I said, you don't want to foul Winfield. They're really good free throw shooters. Second one's no good. So now Warrenton will shoot free throws, and they'll get possession of the ball. So that's going to be a net plus for Warrenton. Coach Logan's going to send Claire Goldsmith. She's been 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Nope. Change of mind. As soon as I said something, they send Banky up there. Sophia Banky goes to the free throw line. Sophia misses the first one. Yeah, second one's no good as well. So a net gain of 1 point for Winfield off that foul and technical exchange, but Warrenton does get the extra possession. Emery Martinez will inbound it forward the Big Red. She gets it into Goldsmith. Winfield still in the 2-3 zone. Nope, they're man-to-man. I'm sorry. Scheibe dribbles in. Down low pass to Goldsmith. Her reverse layup is no good. And they're going to get Goldsmith on the foul, 94 feet from the basket. Like I said, Warrenton with a short bench can't really afford to get in foul trouble, 94 feet. I'm not really sure Claire did much reaching there. It's more that the other girl pivoted into her. And that sends Cecilia Campbell back to the free throw line. This is her fourth trip, and she's been perfect so far tonight. Really good free throw shooter. First one's good. So into the game for the Big Red, Jaden Cox and Ava Schneider. And Kimball next to another one. All right, Banky brings the ball up for the Big Red. Junior at the point guard now. Gets it over to Martinez. She comes off the Miller screen. Gets it over to Cox. Back to Miller. She'll take the three. Shot's no good. Rebound there by Walcott. Walcott's done a good job of getting a lot of boards since she's been into the game here in the second half. Van Cleve, three-pointer, no good. Banky with the rebound. Goes off of her and goes out of bounds. Winfield gets the possession underneath their own basket. Into the game for Winfield is Jolene Laswell, and Coach Logan's going to call a full timeout with 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Warrenton leads by 13. Winfield nipping into that lead just a little bit. The Warrenton Sports Network reminds you that Hunter's Sake Investments has the keys to your next home, business space, or celebration venue right here in Missouri. On or off the court, precision matters. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning brings its A game to every home and business with expert installs, custom solutions, and comfort done right the first time. Across Warren County, Servant is your home field advantage. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, proud to serve the fans of Warrenton Athletics. Okay, so Warrenton had a 21-point lead to start the half, and Winfield has cut into that by 8 points. It's only a 13-point lead, so Coach Logan called a timeout, try to get things righted here with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Warrenton starting right now, or playing with Warrenton, we got a senior, sophomore, junior, sophomore, and freshman, so the Big Red have a young team out there on the court right now. They get the ball into Campbell. She dribbles in the lane, kicks it back out, Van Cleve's three off the back iron, no good. Rebound gotten by Winfield, and shot again goes off of Winfield and out of bounds. Wow, Winfield really dominating the offensive boards. That was Shoemake with the offensive rebound and shot attempt, but she did not make the shot. All right, little man-to-man token pressure here from Winfield. Skip pass over to Martinez. And she loses the handle after it was knocked out of bounds from behind by Olivia Van Cleve. 2.5 minutes left to go here in the third. Banky inbounds the ball for the Warrenton. They reverse the ball all the way to Banky on the left side. She's going to take the three from a couple steps behind the arc. No good. Miller gets the rebound. Brings the ball down low, but he does get the foul called. We're going to get Campbell on the foul. That's her second. All right, Banky inbounds it for the Big Red. Into Miller. She's shot is blocked partially by Campbell. And then Campbell, out of disgust, throws the ball back at the Warrenton player, and she gets called for a tee. So she's going to get 2 fouls on that. She gets the personal foul, and then she gets the technical foul. That's going to be 4 fouls on Cecilia Campbell. Winfield showing a little frustration here tonight. Savannah Miller goes to the free throw line for the Big Red. Her first free throw is good. Next one's good. She's 4 for 4. Like I said, she's the best free throw shooter on the Big Red. Let's see if Coach Logan keeps her at the line to shoot 2 more. And she does. I got to tell you, Savannah Miller is 5 for 5, but shooting free throws when there's nobody else lined up on the side of the free throw lane is a little disconcerting if you're not used to it. But Miller's really bearing down, and she makes all 4 free throws. Great work, Savannah Miller. That gets the Warrenton lead back to 17. And they have the ball on the sidelines with a chance to increase that lead a bit more. All right, Banky brings the ball past half court for the Big Red. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Miller at the high post. Back to Banky, will give and go down low to Schneider. Her layup is no good. Rebound by Winfield. They're going the other way. Van Cleve on the dribble. Riley Van Cleve kicks it back out to Olivia over top of the key. 3-pointer, no good. That was Laswell. Rebound fought for. And Riley Van Cleve gets it, drives baseline, gets it back to Laswell. Her shot's no good. Banky comes in and gets the rebound. That's a big sigh of relief from Warrenton fans getting a defensive rebound here in the third quarter. Miller with the ball at the high post. Well, scissors action off for her. Cox comes down with it, loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds, but they're going to say it went off of a Winfield player who stripped it out of Cox's hand. Warrenton will keep possession. Kaylee Creech into the game for Winfield. Cox gets the ball into Miller. She spins to the paint. A little right-hand layup. Good. Savannah Miller with 6 straight points for the Big Red. That's a nice little streak going for Warrenton. Back to a 19-point lead. Warrenton's good time out there by Coach Logan. She's got the troops settled. Winfield drives the paint and scores. That's Olivia Van Cleve. Banky brings the ball across half court, picks up a dribble, gets it over to Miller. Winfield back into a man-to-man defense. Back to Martinez. No, they're still playing zone. No, they are playing man. I'm sorry. Banky gives it to Cox. Cox over to Martinez. Left side now to Schneider. Schneider drives, gets it to Martinez. Winfield really putting the pressure on her. And a turnover happens. Shoemake comes up with the ball. She's going to go right-hand layup. Shot's no good. Miller tries to get the rebound, but it's gotten by Creech, her layup's no good. Miller gets the rebound, and she is fouled. Savannah Miller really putting in the effort here in the third quarter for Warrenton. Foul goes on Olivia Van Cleve. That's her third. Miller back to the free throw line. And Savannah stays hot at the free throw line. When she started out with her hands on her knees, I thought she might be a little exhausted, might not make that first free throw, but she stepped up and knocked it down with confidence. And nothing but net on the second one. She's been perfect at the free throw line. Back to an 18-point lead for the Warrenton. And Cleve high post to Lasswell. Lasswell drives the paint, and you can hear the foul all the way up here. She draws the foul. That's going to be a foul on Jaden Cox on the reach. That's her third. Jaden would have been better off to step in there and move her feet and not reach on that one. Walcott now. I'm sorry, that's Lasswell. Knocks the first one in. She's 2 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. Keeping the theme of good free throw shooting going. And she hits both of them. She's 3 for 4 tonight with 3 points on the evening. 17 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Banky brings the ball up for the Big Red. 10 seconds, they got to go. Banky gets the ball left side to Martinez. Back to Banky at the point. She takes the three just off the front of the iron. Rebound went to Walcott, and she threw an elbow, and a referee called a foul. Actually, that was Laswell with the offensive foul. Winfield's losing their composure here with technicals and fouls that are not necessary. So as we head to the fourth quarter, 17-point lead for Warrenton. You know, in a GAC North battle like this between Winfield and Warrenton, there's, you know, these teams see each other twice a year, and there could be a little frustration in that rivalry and competition. All right, Winfield starts the fourth quarter with possession down by 17. Campbell at the point. Warrenton still in their zone. Nice little high-low action once again. Campbell with the assist. Inside pass to Walcott. High-low action has been really good for Winfield tonight. Campbell and Walcott really executing that well. Banky with the ball for Warrenton. Comes off the Miller screen. Over on the left side to Cox. She'll try the three. Comes up just a little bit short. Van Cleve brings the ball up for Winfield. Left side to her sister. Feeds to Campbell at the elbow. Skip pass to Havocan. Her three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound in the basket there by Walcott. Walcott's got 8 all in the second half. She's really been a force for Winfield. 13-point lead. Winfield once again not quitting. They're battled back here in the third quarter. Warrenton stretched it back out. Now they're battling back in the fourth quarter. Savannah Miller drives the right side of the paint, but she gets fouled. Foul goes on Olivia Van Cleve. That's going to be her fourth into the game for Warrenton. Is Emma Flake. Coach Logan trying to get a little more height in there. to slow down that high-low action. Referee comes to the scorer's table. I think there's some confusion about how many fouls Olivia Van Cleve has. But I have her for 4 as well as the scoreboard because the technical foul does count as a personal foul. So I'm not sure that the statistician for Winfield is aware of that. And maybe brought that up to Coach Wirtz's attention. And well, right now they're saying it's 5. So there is some confusion. And that confusion has been resolved with the unfortunate fouling out of Olivia Van Cleve. She exits with 11 points on the evening. Inbound pass to Miller. Banky gets the assist. Sophia's got 2 assists. Miller's having a great second half for Warrenton as well. The senior stepping up, playing really well. Campbell drives the lane for Winfield. Her layup is good. Cecilia Campbell gets her first basket. All of her other points come from the free throw line. Martinez on the left wing for Warrenton. They lead by 13 as the two teams trade baskets here early in the fourth quarter. Banky drives, gets it over to Cox. Back to Miller. Back to Cox. Cox kicks it out to Martinez. Back to Banky, a little weave action from the Big Red. She comes off the pick, gets it back to Miller, a little pick and pop. Miller's three's no good. Cox with the rebound, and she is attacked with the ball underneath her chin. Referee does call a jump ball. Warrenton keeps possession. Coach Logan's going to bring Goldsmith, the starting point guard, back into the game for Warrenton. Banky with the inbounds. Gets it into Flake. She takes it up for the layup, and good, Emma Flake. Nice, strong layup for the freshman. Nice assist from Goldsmith. She's got 3 on the game, averages 2. Campbell kicks it out to Shoemake. Back to the point for Havocan. Left side now to Van Cleve. Van Cleve over to Campbell. Reverses it to Havocan. She shot fakes. Back to Campbell. Campbell's 3 from the top of the key. No good. Fight for the rebound. I'm going to say it went off of Walcott. Warrenton's ball. 15-point lead. And Goldsmith brings the ball up the court for the Big Red. Over on the right side to Banky. Banky's going to take the 3. Comes up no good. Miller hustles and knocks the ball off of a Winfield player. Savannah Miller has just been the Energizer Bunny here in the second half for the Big Red. Only a senior on the court. Inbound to Miller. She takes it up. Shot blocked by Campbell. That's got to be Campbell's 4th or 5th block here. Really been a force for Winfield. Banky once again inbounds it. Into Flake. Goes through her hands. Over to Havocan. Back to Flake. Warrenton keeps the possession. Goldsmith calls out a play. 15-point lead. Over on the right side to Martinez. She comes off the pick and tried to come to a jump stop, but once again, kind of a common thing we've seen tonight. Dragging that back pivot foot when they're not coming to a full stop on that jump stop. Got to land on 2 feet. Make it kind of a short hop. All right, Winfield brings the ball up. Havoc at the point, gets it inside to Campbell. Her post move, no good. Flake does a good job getting the rebound and draws the foul. Winfield fighting for the ball on the rebound. Flake kept that ball underneath her chin and just pivoted. Really good job, and that's going to be Campbell's 5th foul. So Winfield really in a lot of foul trouble here tonight. Campbell exits the game with 10 points. So the 2 leading scorers for Winfield have fouled out now. Once again, that's the threat when you start reaching in. Better to go for the steals on a pass and don't reach in. Once you start reaching in, it's the referee's decision. Is it a foul? You got a 33% chance. You might get the jump ball, you might get a foul, or you might get the turnover. All right. Warriors get the ball to Martinez. Over to Goldsmith, drives the paint, gets it to Miller down low. She takes it up and her shot's blocked. Goes out of bounds. Jolene Laswell with the block for Winfield. Into the game for Winfield, Kaylee Creech checks in. Ball inbounded to Miller, over to Goldsmith. She dribbles out to the point, sets up the offense. Goldsmith hands off to Martinez. Over on the left side now to Sophia Banky. Waits for the pick. Gets it back to Miller. Miller dribbles into the paint. Kicks it out to Martinez. And she is bumped by Shoemake. That's going to be Shoemake's first. All right, Goldsmith down with the ball for Warrenton. Left side to Banky. She waits for that pick. Pick and pop for Miller. Miller back to Martinez. Martinez drives. Tries to go backdoor cut to Banky. Goes off a Winfield leg and out of bounds. Banky inbounds for the Big Red. Tried to get it into Flake, but it's deflected and gathered up by Shoemake. She's bringing the ball up the court for Winfield. Right side to Van Cleve. Van Cleve sets things up at the point. That's Riley Van Cleve, the sophomore. High post. Turnaround jump shot by Laswell. No good. Rebound by Winfield. Back out to Laswell. Over to Van Cleve. She shot fakes. Drives. Throws up a little 6-footer. No good. Off a Winfield player and out of bounds. So under 3 minutes to go here at Warrenton. The Big Red lead by 15. Goldsmith calls out a play as she brings the ball up. Martinez ball on the right side. Dribbles a little elbow jump shot. And she draws the foul. Shot's no good. They're going to get Shoemake on the foul. That's her second. Martinez will go to the free throw line for her first time there tonight. Emery is a 5'1" sophomore guard. First one's off the back of the iron, no good. Substitutions into the game, Tallulah Gorski and Megan Robeson for Winfield. Gorski's a junior. Robeson's also a junior. Second one from Martinez. Hits the iron short, but Flake gets the rebound. Out to Banky. Banky drives, a little 6-footer off the glass is good. Good job for Emma Flake getting the offensive board and getting it out to the scorer, Sophia Banky. High post to Laswell. Out to Gorski, back to Laswell. Morton still in our 2-3 zone. Gorski, high post to Creech. Creech kicks it out to Laswell. She'll take the three. No good. Miller with a good job blocking out. And she's fouled. And that's going to be on Havocan. And that's going to be Havocan's fifth. So Shoemake back into the game for Havocan. Into the game for the Big Red, number 14. This is the first time we've seen her in a home contest. Freshman guard, Allison Peria. She's a 5'6" freshman. Seen her playing JV games, and she looks like a promising player for the Big Red. Martinez going to take the three on the left side. Off the back iron, no good. Peria with the rebound. Gets it back out to Goldsmith. Goldsmith back to Perry on the right wing. Peria dribbles. And gets it stolen by Shoemake. Shoemake keeps the dribble alive. Over to Laswell. Winfield with the steal. Laswell head up, dribbling the ball down the court. Over to Shoemake. Shoemake hands it back off to Laswell. Skip pass to Gorski. Over to Creech, back to Gorski. Gorski shot faked and was going to drive, but she shuffled the puppies. Gets called for the travel. 1:31 left to go. Warrenton up 49-32. Looking to keep the undefeated streak against Winfield alive here tonight on Pink Night. Martinez drives, gets it over to Perry on the left side. Perry drives back to the center. Her pass deflected out of bounds. Warrenton gets the extra possession. They get the ball into Goldsmith. She calls out a play. Dribbles to the left. Reverses the ball to Martinez. She'll take the three from top the key. The shot misses. Ball goes out of bounds. Winfield gets possession. All right, Winfield into the front court. Gorski down low to Robeson. Back to Gorski. Over to Laswell. She drives the lane and scores. Jolene Laswell is doing a good job here in the fourth quarter for Winfield. Goldsmith gets it to Peria. Back to Goldsmith. She calls out a play. Reverses the ball to Perry. Top of the key. Perry's going to take the three. Shot no good. Laswell with the rebound. She brings the ball up for Winfield. Takes a little layup on the right side. Scores again. Laswell's got 7 for Winfield. That's going to be it. Your final score on Pink Night. Warrenton's victorious over Winfield 49-36. They keep the undefeated streak alive against Winfield. Stay tuned for the halftime or the postgame show coming up right after this. Welcome in, folks, to the Warrenton Sports Network post-game show. Once again, the final score, 49-36 in favor of the Big Red. Your halftime score was 32-11, so the Warriors score more than their average. Their average is 43 points per game, so they did a great job with that tonight. Offense was good. They had a nice balanced attack, leading 32-11, so up 21 at halftime. With the win, Warrenton's record is down at 9-12. With the loss, Winfield record boosted to 10-12. Looking at the stars of the game for each team. So Olivia Van Cleve was the high scorer for Winfield. She had 11 points. And Cecilia Campbell, probably the star of the game for Winfield. She had 10 points. She was 8 for 8 from the free throw line with 1 basket. But she was also a force on the boards and defensively for Winfield. Other scorers for Winfield, Riley Van Cleve had 1. Kaylee Walcott had 8. And Jolene Laswell had 7. Now for the stars of the game for your Big Red. Let's take a look here at the scoring. Give me 1 second. So looking at the scores, Emma Flake had 2 points for Warrenton. Natalie Scheibe had 2 points. Jaden Cox had 2 points. Ava Schneider had 2 points. And Michaela Whithouse had 2 points. So nice balanced scoring for the Big Red. A lot of players had different points for Warrenton. Emery Martinez had 3. And then Claire Goldsmith had 8 points and 4 assists. Savannah Miller had 12 points. She was perfect from the free throw line with 2 baskets. And then the star of the game for the Big Red, Sophia Banke, 17 points with 3 3-pointers, all in the first half. So great game win for the Lady Warriors on Pink Night here at Warrenton High School. Looking ahead, Winfield's next game will be Friday, February 20th, when they play at St. Charles West, while the Big Red Lady Hoopsters will play tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 18th, in a home contest versus Montgomery County, and that game will be live streamed right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. That'll do it for the girls contest versus Winfield. Next up, the Big Reds boys team will battle the Winfield Warriors. That game will start in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned for more live coverage right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Warrenton High School. I'm Keith Brown alongside John Myers tonight, and you're watching live coverage of the Warrenton Sports Network as we get set for a great night of high school basketball. Tonight, the visiting Winfield Warriors come in with a record of 13-10, and they take on your hometown Warrenton Warriors, who enter at 8-15. It's also Pink Night here at Warrenton, a special evening where this school and this community comes together in a powerful show of support for cancer awareness. The stands are full of pink, the energy is high, and as always, Warrenton embraces this night with tremendous pride and purpose. These two teams met just 11 days ago, with Winfield coming out on top, winning 46-37 in a tightly contested matchup. Despite that, Warrenton still leads the all-time series 18-14, and you can bet they love to add another win to that column tonight. Statistically, Warrenton holds a slight edge on the offensive end, averaging 2 more points per game than Winfield, but defensively, Winfield has been the stronger unit this season, giving up 7 fewer points per game. For Warrenton to flip the script tonight, they'll need to find some additional scoring beyond their 2 high-scoring threats of Brody Meyer and Diedrich Forrest. Secondary scoring could very well be the difference in tonight's contest. All signs point to another fun, competitive, down-to-the-wire matchup between these two programs. With Pink Night, a packed house, and 2 teams hungry for a win, it's going to be a great one here on the Warrenton Sports Network. So I want to bring you some interviews that the Warrenton Sports Network students, reporters, have done with the Warrenton boys basketball players. They interviewed them, and they're going to talk about the games that the Big Red boys team played last week, and then looking ahead to tonight's contest, some of the keys as the season moves forward. So here are those interviews.
Yeah, I think we played good. We played a good solid 3.5 quarters, honestly. We knew that they were going to be a good shooting team coming in. So, good driving team. Played a 3-2. We stopped them. We got our buckets. They went on their runs, but usually if they go on their runs, it's like 10 or 12 points, but we stopped it to about 4 each time and, got our own buckets. But at the end there, I don't know if it was 2017 Warriors or something, but they did not miss. So we still ended up losing by 20.
Thank you. After leading the team in scoring in the courtroom game, what's your mindset for this upcoming game?
We played very good in that courtroom game. I think it was a very good team effort and team defense on that. Coming into this next game, we lost at their place for their courtroom senior night. So we're really looking to get a dub tonight and hopefully this week get 2 dubs, and that'll bring us right into districts. And then go into host and hold on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you for your time. Yep. Mindset for the rest of the season after that loss on courtroom and these next tough couple games heading into districts?
I'm just trying to win these last couple conference games, build some momentum going into districts, so we're feeling good, hyped up, and hopefully win a couple games.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
So kudos to the Warrenton Sports Network Cub reporters with a great job with those interviews, and shout out to Coach Coper who teaches that class. Look for more great content from them as the season moves along. So you're watching the Warrenton Sports Network live coverage of Pink Night here at Warrenton High School, the battle between the Warriors, Winfield, and Warrenton. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more right after this commercial break. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home court advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Surveyant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community.
Last September, a member of our Warrior family received a cancer diagnosis. While this community is no stranger to the word, when it touches our immediate family, we come together to fight back swinging. In October, our very own Scott Haas went through treatment and is continuing to fight every day. With the help of amazing nurses, doctors, friends, and family, he will tackle this diagnosis and win. After countless years of being a booster parent, athletic sponsor, and permanent member of our Warrior family, we wish to dedicate tonight in Scott Haas's honor.
All right, an electric atmosphere here at Warrenton High School. Pink night festivities. Great crowd, great start by the Lady Warriors basketball. Big Red boys basketball team looking to carry that momentum into this contest. With a little revenge on their mind after losing on February 6th, 37-46. Brody Meyer jumping ball for the big. Oh, this is an honorary jump. My bad. Scott Haas, who they're honoring tonight in his fight versus cancer, doing the honorary toss here. Oh, actually, it's they're playing ball. That wasn't an honorary toss.
Oh, shoot. Wasn't expecting that.
Did a good job throwing it up. Kudos to Scott Haas. That's not an easy thing to do, throw that ball up. All right, Winfield with the possession. Ball on the left side. Back to the point. Right side to Burke. Burke over to Schulte. Left corner. Westhoff's three, no good. D3 with the rebound. He's going the other way. Splits two defenders on the dribble and off the board, and good. There's that electric start for the Big Red.
Rebounds was the key on that game in Winfield. So this is, if we get the rebounds, the Warriors will definitely win, I think. So that was a big key last game.
Inside pass goes to Winfield, and they're going to get a foul. Looks like it's before the shot.
Number 15.
It's going to be on Brody Meyer, his first. All right, Winfield inbounds it underneath their own basket. They go corner to Burke in the paint. Skip pass across over to Westhoff. Back into the paint to Capel. Kicks it back out. Winfield works it around the zone. Keel takes it in, stripped by the Warriors. They're going the other way. Brody Meyer Euro steps and kisses it off the glass for two.
Warriors up by 4.
Get it. Two steals, 2 fast breaks. Good start for the Big Red. They come out in a 1-2-2 zone defense. That's what we saw last week for them. Winfield ball in the corner now. Back to the wing, reverse it over to Schulte on left side. Down to the left baseline. Capel back to Schulte. Back to Schulte again. He drives, splits 2 defenders in the paint. Takes him a shot. Taylor Anderson says, get that out of here. Forrest comes up with the ball, gets it ahead to Meyer. Nice cross-court pass to Carter Martin.
Warriors are up by 6.
Those 3 quick layups has got Coach Groves off the bench, calling a timeout quickly for Winfield. 30-second timeout.
Quick pull ahead by Warrenton there on a great night, pick-out night here at Warrenton. So far, the JV boys won their game over on their side. Varsity girls won their game, so we're looking for a clean sweep tonight.
There you go. I like that. The Warrenton community always does such a great job on pink night. They have raffle baskets out in the hallway, and they do a good job of raising money every year. It really brings the community and high school together. It's a great evening. If you ever get a chance, if you haven't gotten a chance, come out next year for the pink night. All right, 6-0 lead. Warrenton on a run. Coach Groves calls a timeout, looking to slow that down a little bit. Warrenton still in a 1-2-2 zone defense. Left side, ball goes to Schulte. Reverse it back to Schulte. Going to the right side, back to Schulte now. This zone's really got them stifled a little bit. Capel with the ball. Double team. Meyer gets it inside. Burke kicks it back out. A little quick pass down low. Anderson with another block, but they're going to call a foul. I don't think they got it on Anderson.
31?
They did get it on Anderson. Well, it looked like it was all ball. Maybe got him with the body, I guess. Who's that? Capel with the free throws for Winfield. First one good. That gets Winfield on the scoreboard. Capel's a 6'3" senior forward.
Pretty confident in his shooting because his team's not even down there for rebounds.
Misses the second. I think Coach Groves is still wanting to get some input into his team. That's why the players called over on the sideline. All right, skip pass to Martin. He'll take the open 3. Woo!
And it's good.
Carter Martin drains the 3. Give Diedrich Force assist.
Warrior takes the lead, 9-1.
All right, point back to right wing for Winfield. They drive baseline. Martin deflects the pass. They get it to the short corner to Capel. Capel's double team. Anderson strips the ball and gets the steal. So they get it up to Forrest. Skip past to Meyer, back to Martin. Well, Myers corner three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound by Burke. Burke's dribbling it up for Winfield. Circles back out, over to the right wing. Throws it off of Myers' leg. Ball goes out of bounds. Inbounds to Keel. Keel corner to Burke. He drives baseline. Skip pass across to Westhoff. His corner three is good. Colin Westhoff gets that from Camden Burke. Burke has 4 assists per game. That's his first. Forced skip pass over to Meyer. Winfield putting a little half-court trap here. Meyer throws over top, gets it to Martin. Shot fakes, drives the lane, takes it up, draws a foul, and scores.
Nice.
Carter Martin off to a hot start. Foul goes on Capel, his first. So Martin's got the new-fashioned three-pointer from behind the arc, and now he's got a chance for the old-fashioned three-pointer. And he's pure on his free throw. Carter Martin's got 8 for the Warriors. They lead 12-4 here. Skip pass across for Winfield. Myers with the steal. He's going to go coast to coast. Lays it over the basket and good. Little finger roll.
Warriors are up by 10, 14-4.
Meyer leads his team in steals with 2 a game. And he's got another one right now. He's on the floor. Great job fighting for the ball. He gets tied up, and they're going to call a jump ball. Good hustle by Brody Meyer. 2 steals. Arrows going Warrenton's way. Like to see a player get on the floor and get a little dirty. All right, Forrest brings the ball up. Winfield switches to a zone. Yeah, they switch to a zone too. Forrest drives. Little 8-foot jump shot off the rim. No good. Anderson tries to tip it. No good. Capel clears it for Winfield. Burke brings it up. Over on the left side, they feed it to the paint to Schulte. His shot's good. Bo Schulte with a jump shot. Forrest brings it up against the half-court trap here. Gets it over to Meyer on the left side. Finds Taylor on the baseline. He'll take the little 15-foot jump shot. No good. Capel with the rebound. Gets it over to Burke. Burke brings it up. Goes into the corner. Back to Burke. Reversed it over now to Schulte. Left side to Keel. Skip past to Burke. Burke takes a 3. Comes up short. Rebound to Forrest. He's going the other way. He's got a head of steam. He Euro steps off the board and good. Diedrich's got 4. Warriors up by 12. I'm sorry, Warrenton up by 12. Give and go for Winfield. Turnaround jump shot in the paint by Capel. No good. Anderson with the rebound. Anderson tied for the team lead in rebounds with Meyer. They have 6 apiece. Meyer on the right side now with the ball. Back to Forrest at the point. Back to Meyer on the right wing. Fakes the handoff. Well, he does give the handoff. Forrest in the baseline now. High post to Jay Sanders. Back to Forrest. Baseline to Martin. He's 3. Rims in and out. Rebound goes to Capel. He's been doing a good job on the board for Winfield. Keel going the other way. And he's going to get Forrest. Diedrich had pretty good position, but his feet just weren't set. They get a foul on D3. His first. Spicer into the game for Warrenton. For Winfield, Schulte comes in, and Nick Gabert. I think we might have some blood on the uniforms. A little referee timeout for a little cleanup in aisle 3, if you will. Checking Brody Meyer out for any cuts. Now they're also going to check Camden Burke out for some first aid needs. So a 10-point lead for the Big Red. 1:53 left to go here in the first. They came off to a hot start. They lead the all-time series in this between these two teams, 18-14. It's a close rivalry.
Dang, that is. Burke, I'd say, is he one of their leading players?
Burke is up here.
And White, yeah.
Yeah, Burke averages 8. Yeah, Luke White averages 9. Is he even out there?
No.
I haven't seen him out there tonight.
No, I don't know if he's injured or what. So, but their team, they line up pretty good. You got 6, 6, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. So
they have some balanced scoring. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burke, besides getting the 8 points per game, he also averages 4 assists. He only had 4 in the last game against us. High score in the last game that hurt us the most was Keel, like you said on the boards probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he was second leading rebounder. He averages 5 rebounds per game.
Yeah, rebounding was pretty bad.
All right, we're back to action. Winfield with the ball. They get it into Burke. Reverse it now to Gaybert. Skip pass into the corner to Westhoff. Back to Burke. Over to Gaybert. He drives the paint. Gets his feet tangled up, and they're going to get him with a travel. Referee said that was incidental contact. Turnover for Winfield. They set up their... Nope, they were setting up their half-court trap, and then they backed out of it. Probably a good call by Coach Groves since Warrenton's been attacking the basket off the transition there. Now they're in a 1-3-1 zone defense. That's a matchup, though. It's a matchup zone. All right. Over to Meyer on her point. He's going to take the 3. Oh, well, so close. In and out. Meyer gets the rebound. Drives the paint. Kicks it over to Sanders. He kicks it out to Martin. Wide open 3. No good. Meyer with a second rebound. Throws it off of a Winfield player out of bounds. Extra possession for the Big Red. Brody Meyer with 2 offensive rebounds on that one possession, showing why he leads the team in rebounds with Taylor Anderson. Meyer gets it into Forrest. Back to Meyer. Turn around. Gets back to Sanders. Forrest over on the right side to Martin. Back to Forrest at the point. Tries to feed the post. Knocked away, but Forrest gets it back. Feeds Martin on the baseline. Back to Meyer at the point. He'll take the 3. Up a little short. And that's going to go out of bounds. Winfield ball.
Warriors up by 10 with 51 seconds left to go in this period.
Meyer took a little tape off his finger there. I think that tape's affecting his shot a little bit. All right, Burke brings the ball up. Winfield taking it real slowly against the zone defense.
We're doing the one-shot stall when we're down by 10?
Right. Burke with the ball on the left side. Playing for the last shot, I guess, in the quarter here. Gaybert drives the lane, takes up the shot, and misses the layup, but he draws a foul against Warrenton. He'll go to the free throw line. What did they get?
Billy Spicer.
That's his first. Gaybert's a 6'1" sophomore guard at the free throw line. Makes the first. Keel back into the game for Winfield. He's a 6'4" junior forward. And as I said earlier, he had 16 points in the last game against Warrenton. Gabriel misses the second. Keel goes for the rebound. And they're going to say it went off Keel. Sanders with a good job blocking out for the Big Red. 21 seconds left to go here in the first. Warrenton up by 9. Winfield brings back the trap here. Full court trap. Forrest goes over the top of it to Meyer. Brings the ball up. Kicks it out to Martin. Baseline 3 from the right side. No good. Spicer had a mitt on it, and it goes out of bounds off of a Winfield player. 10 seconds to go. Warrenton gets an extra possession here. Spies are doing yeoman work inside, keeping that ball alive. Carter Martin inbounds it for the Big Red. Gets it into Sanders. Over to Meyer at the point. Baseline to Martin. Martin's three again. That one's good. Give Brody Meyer the assist. Carter Martin, the 3.5 court shot by Burke is no good.
At the end of the first period, Warrenton's up 19-7.
Champions aren't only made on the field or the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast, local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. All right, 12-point lead for the Big Red. That matches their largest lead of the game so far. So Winfield will start the second quarter with possession, wearing their black uniforms. Warrenton comes out in their 1-2-2 zone, or 1-2-2 half-court defense. Keel with the ball on the right side. Gives it over to Westhoff. Back to Keel. Meyer with a steal. That's going to be 3 steals for Brody right now. He feeds Diedrich on the layup. His layup is goaltended. Give the bucket to Diedrich Forrest and the assist to Brody Meyer. Brody averages 2 assists per game. He's got 2 already. That's a 14-point lead for Warrenton. All right, Burke sets up the offense for Winfield. Gets it over to Capel. Capel skip a lob pass inside to Keel. That's good. Nice assist from Capel to Keel. Went over top the zone. Forrest brings the ball up. A little 14-foot jump shot. Comes up a little short. Rebound to Burke. Burke got ahead of steam. A little secondary break for Winfield. And he slows things down. Gets it into the corner. Keel gets it inside.
You know, travel? It should have been.
And he did call a travel. Colin Westhoff asking the referee for a push. Does not get that call. 2-2-1 zone press here from Winfield. Meyer breaks that press on the dribble. He's got ahead of steam. Gets the ball on Anderson, who fumbles it. But it's knocked out of bounds by Keel. Warrenton keeps the possession. Good looking pass from Meyer. All right, Carter Martin will inbound it for the Big Red. Looks like Winfield switches to a 2-3 zone on the out of bounds here. Get it inbounds to Meyer. He drives. Tries to get it to Anderson down low. Out to Forrest. Shot fakes. Steps in. Skip past to Martin to the left side. Baseline 3. No good. Sanders with the rebound, but I think they got him with
pushing
2
off.
hands in the back. Yes, sir, John.
Yep. He's a good rebounder when he's surrounded by tall guys. I'm thinking, how did he get that ball?
Referee see those hands go forward like that. It's a pretty good idea what's going to be called. All right, Burke in the front court now for Winfield. Over to Gabert. He hits Capel at the high post. Back to Burke. He'll try the 3. Burke is hit by Forrest. Diedrich did that unintentionally. He got his feet tangled up as he slid out to guard him and just kind of lost his balance and fouled the 3-point shooter. That's going to be Diedrich's second foul. Burke's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Cardinal sin not to foul the 3-point shooter. Like I said, Forrest just kind of got his feet tangled up and accidentally bumped him. Burke makes the first. He's a 64% free throw shooter. One of the better free throw shooters for Winfield. Second one's no good. Coach Grove sends his rebounders back in after a short little discussion on the sidelines. Had a little extra time to talk to his men since the 3 free throws. .59 senior guard, next free throw's on the way. He makes 2 of 3. Ball inbound to Meyer, dribbles the ball against the press, gets it over to Forrest on the left side. Gets it knocked away by Gabert. Gabert's right-hand layup is good. A steal and a bucket for Gabert. He averages 3. Another steal from Winfield. Keel gets it knocked out of his hands, and they're going to say it went out of a Keel. Warrenton gets or saves that possession. Martin with the inbounds, gets it over to Anderson. Back to Martin. Finds Forrest open. More Forrest got a head of steam in the front court. Gets it down low to Sanders. Sanders powers it up, and his layup is no good. Good look from Warrenton there. Burke going the other way. Ooh, loses the handle. Gets it back over to Gabert. Gabert's been done good work for Winfield since he's been inserted into the lineup. They hit a cutting Capel. Keel finds Capel, and they get a basket that way. Winfield almost with the steal, but they deflected out of bounds. Substitution for Winfield, Bo Schulte back in, the 6'1 senior forward for Winfield. Martin's going to inbound it on the sideline, close to the baseline. That's a tough place to do it. Easy to trap there, but Winfield doesn't trap. Ball to D3, splits 2 defenders. Layup is short, and rebound goes to Winfield. They get it ahead to Burke. Stolen by Martin, but Gabert comes right back and steals it. He turnaround jump shot, in and out. Sanders with a good job rebounding or blocking out, but nobody wanted to get the ball. Ball goes off of Gabert and out of bounds. One thing to block out, but somebody still has to go get the ball. All right, so now Winfield switched to a 1-2-1-1 zone press, also known as a diamond and one. D3 breaks the press, slows things down a little bit. Only up by 6 now. Winfield's really gotten himself back into this quickly here.
Yeah, had 2 quick shots there that made basket and brought it back together. So
Meyer with the ball. 2-3 zone from Winfield. Picks up his dribble. Stolen there by Gabert. Goes behind the back on the dribble. Lays it off for Burke, and the layup is good. Burke scores. Gabert the assist. Coach Thomas calls a timeout. 30-second variety. So Gabert averages 1 assist, and he has 1 assist there.
Warriors are still up 21-17.
So that means that Warrenton has scored 2 to Winfield's 10 this quarter. You know, I think Warrenton's getting good looks. They're just not making them.
Yeah, they're getting the shots. You're right. They're not going in. So.
And Winfield doing a good job of getting the rebounds, you know, getting them one and done. Not a lot of offensive boards, but we're getting good looks, Warrenton is. Let's see what Winfield does with the full court press here this time. So they're back to the 2-2-1. Nope, now they're back to the 1-2-1-1. Diamond and 1 up to Meyer for Warrenton. Skip pass over to Martin. Martin gets it across half court, gets it over to Forrest. Down to Sanders on the baseline, over to Carter Martin, drives the lane. Tries to kick it out to Meyer, but Meyer, for the pass was errant. Went to the left of Brody Meyer and goes out of bounds. Winfield brings it up. Burke brings it up. Warrenton in the 1-2-2 zone defense. Left side to Gabert. Back to the point. Over to Capel at the point. Left side to Burke. He'll take the three. Air ball. Meyer gets the rebound. And he's going to bring the ball up himself. Left side now to Forrest. Forrest, a little hesitation dribble. Full running teardrop shot. No good. Sanders fights for the board. And they're going to get a travel on Brady Capel, who had come down with the rebound. Warrenton gets an extra possession to get the lead back up above 4 here. Carter Martin will inbound it for the Big Red. He finds an open Anderson under the basket. Anderson's shot is blocked from behind by Gabert. No, that wasn't Gabert. That was Schulte. Gabert with the ball now. Corner to Capel. Capel back over to the point. Left side to Gabert on the baseline. Gabert drives the paint. Tries to pass it. Knocked away by Sanders. He gets the loose ball and falls out of bounds. The loose ball gathered up by Winfield. Schulte. Schulte gets the ball knocked out of his hands from behind by Meyer. Meyer's in a good poke there. Sanders got the loose ball. Forrest brings the ball up. Skip pass over to Carter Martin. Over to Forrest. Skip pass to Meyer. Back to Martin. He's got an open three. The zone buster is there.
2:48 left to go in this half. Warriors are up by, Warrenton's up by 24-17.
Schulte drives the paint, gets it down low, kicked out to Burke, who drives, and he draws a foul. That's on D3. It's going to be his third. It is on Diedrich Forrest. That's his third. That's going to be not what you want to see for Warrenton. Second leading scorer with 3 fouls. He's played a big part running the point tonight. That gets Marcus Green into the game. That's one of the things the girls did really well tonight was they jumped the passing lanes and were reaching in, trying to get steals. Anytime you reach in and try to get a steal, you're giving the referee a chance to make it basically a 50-50 play. He's going to call a foul, a jump ball. All right, inbound to Schulte. Left side to Westhoff, who took a couple extra steps before he dribbled the ball and turned it over on the travel. All right, Meyer takes over at the point now with Forrest on the sideline with 3 fouls. Dribbles off the Anderson pick. Hits Green. Green back to Meyer. Meyer dribbles to the point. Picks up his dribble over on the right side to Martin. Back to Meyer. Sanders over on the left baseline. He dribbles back to the point. Over to Meyer on the right wing. He gets his feet set. 3. Drano for Brody Meyer. He's got 3.
Warriors are up by 10.
Gives assist to Jay Sanders. All right, Winfield the ball. Luke White. There's White right there. He's the one that had all those points.
Number 3?
Yeah. He's the highest scored. He's got 9 points average. All right, in the corner, Winfield player Keel gets in trouble, jumps up and throws it off of Anderson's leg. Ball goes out of bounds. 1:37 left to go here in the first half. They get the ball into White. Over on the left side of Schulte. Capel shot fakes, drives the lane, and he's going to get the foul on Jay Sanders.
Nope, on Brody Meyer.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Wow. Thanks for catching that. Brody Meyer's got 2 now. Inbounds, Winfield. Get the ball into the paint, kick it back out to Keel. Baseline, skip pass over to Capel. 3-pointer from Westhoff, no good. Fight for the loose ball. Anderson's there to gather it up. Gets it to Meyer. Meyer brings it up. Gets it into Anderson inside. Drop steps and takes it up, and ball goes over the backboard and out of bounds.
So just over 1 minute to go left in this half. Warrenton's up by 7.
Schulte brings the ball up for Winfield. Right side to Keel. He likes to go over top, gets to White in the corner. Back to Schulte. Westhoff over to Keppel. Keppel drives baseline, finds Schulte, a little 10-footer. No good. Sanders with the rebound. They're going to get Jay Sanders for travel. He put his hand down to keep his balance.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
I didn't see him move his pivot foot at all. Billy Spicer checks in for the Big Red. Winfield with an extra possession here. Get it inside to Keel at the point. Out to Westhoff. Skip pass to White. He drives the paint. A right-handed layup from the left side. Finger roll no good. And they're going to get Keel over the back of the block out by Marcus Green. Good block out by Marcus Green. That's going to be Keel's first. Winfield's only got 2 fouls. Gephardt back in for Winfield. Still in the diamond and one press. Warrenton gets it into Spicer. His pass is deflected. Fight for the loose ball. Spicer saves it back to Martin, but time's ticking away. Myers got the ball on the right side. He splits 2 defenders, but he gets called for the carry. He was up against the clock on that one now. Time was running out. The 10-second count was still going. Down to 20 seconds now. Sideline out of bounds for Keel. He finds Schulte in the corner. Back to Keel. Myers gets a hand on it, but Keel gets it back. Skip pass to the point to Gephardt. His little 10-footer in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Schulte. 5 seconds on the clock. Keel gets it back to Gabert. His shot no good. Marcus Green with another rebound. Marcus Green doing a good job on the boards here in the second quarter. He averages 4 rebounds.
At half, Warrenton's up by 10, 27-17.
Stay tuned. You're watching the Warrenton Sports Network. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center, ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust. We treat your home like our own. Call Hunter Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. taking a look at the first half scoring, Winfield with we talked about it before the game, very balanced attack. They've got 6 different scores. Nick Gabert's got 3. Caleb Keel has 2. Bo Schulte has 2. Colin Westhoff has 3. Brady Capel has 3. And Camden Burke with 3. Warrenton only had 3 players score in the first half. Diedrich Forrest has 6. Brody Meyer with 7. And Carter Martin with some hot shooting from three-point territory. He has 13. So your score was 27-17 and a half. Warriors up by 10. They led by 12. In the second quarter, Winfield got it down to 4, but the Warriors were able to battle back and stretch that lead back out to 10. So we've got a great game here at Warrenton High School on Pink Night. Should be an exciting second half. Warrenton came out with a lot of energy in the first quarter, jumped out to a big first quarter lead, and ever since then, Winfield's been battling back. Like I said, they got it down to 4, but Warrenton has it 10 here at halftime. In the pregame, we talked about somebody stepping up besides Diedrich and Brody to help with the scoring hand, and Carter Martin must have gotten the message because he's got 13. He averages 7 per game, so he's doubled that already. Hopefully he continues that here in the second half.
He's leading scorer, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
All right, Winfield brings the ball up, start the second half. Keel at the point. Warrenton in their 1-2-2 zone defense. Burke on the left side. Back to Keel on the left side now. Down in the corner to Westhoff. Back to Keel. Back to Westhoff. He'll take the baseline 3. Comes up short. Anderson with the rebound. Gets it back to Forrest. He's playing with 3 fouls. Got to be careful here. Got to stay on the court. Warrenton works it around the zone. They find Carter Martin in the corner. Back to Meyer. Back to Forrest at the point. Anderson turns around. Gives it back to Forrest. A little pick and roll. Anderson takes it up off the board. Shot no good. Capel with the rebound. Going the other way. Picks up his dribble. Westhoff in the corner. His second try from there is good. Colin Westhoff's got 2 3-pointers. Good assist there from Keel. All right, Meyer at the point for the Big Red. Gets over to Forrest on the right side. Finds Martin. Back to Meyer at the point. Left side now to Sanders. Gets it to Meyer on the left wing. Finds Anderson inside. Back to Sanders. Brody Meyer takes the wing. Jump shot. No good. Rebound there by Schulte. He's going to bring the ball up on the dribble. Gives it over to Burke. Burke back to Schulte. Reverses it down to Westhoff. Back on the right side to Keel. He drives baseline. Pulls up, gets it inside, falls deflected by Jay Sanders, picks it up and gives it over to Forrest, up to Martin, tries to get it down low to Forrest, goes off of a Winfield leg out of bounds.
I guess they said Brody touched it.
Interesting. So the ball goes to Winfield. All right, Burke at the point. Get past Westhoff in the corner, gets it down low to Schulte. He finds Capel down in the paint. Capel's under the basket, throws up a shot, no good. Anderson with the rebound. Throws it off of a Winfield leg. Warrenton's ball. See if Winfield's, I'm sorry, go ahead, John.
Taylor definitely picked it up getting rebounds this game, so he's dominated down low.
All right, so that gives time for Winfield to set up their press. Back to the 2-2-1 zone press here. Meyer brings it up on the dribble, gets it over to Forrest. Back to Meyer. Meyer brings it up on the dribble. Back to Forrest at the point. Meyer on the right wing. Fakes the handoff. Comes off the Anderson pick. Little pick and roll. Anderson gets the ball stolen by Burke. Burke's going the other way. Tries to find Schulte. Schulte dribbles it off his toe. Goes out of bounds. Both teams being a little reckless with the ball here to start the third quarter. And that gets Nick Gabert back into the game, the 6'1 sophomore guard for Winfield. Ball inbound to Meyer. Meyer brings it up on the dribble. Over to Forrest. Forrest on the right side gets it into the paint. Euro steps, layup, no good. Sanders tips it up, no good. Rebound by Gabert. He got his head up, looks for Schulte, but that's Keel. And the ball goes out of Keel's hands and out of bounds. Actually, a pretty good look from Gabert. Keel just couldn't come up with a pass.
Full timeout.
Coach Groves didn't like that, and he's going to call a timeout, try to get things set up a little better offensively. Both teams having trouble scoring.
And they're both rushing it seems like.
So, only points scored so far here has been a 3 by Colin Westhoff from Winfield in the second half. No, but you're right, John. Say both teams are rushing it, and they don't seem comfortable in the half-court offense. They seem much more comfortable, getting this fast break or the secondary break.
Yeah.
But both teams playing a zone, and that seems to be causing some consternation on the offensive side of the ball.
I was next door at the girls' JV game. Wasn't good for us. I think it was about 6 minutes left in the third period, and we were down 21-8. So,
yep,
they need a big turnaround over there to do a sweep.
All right, Warriors with the ball. Warrenton with the ball. Myers now on the dribble. Gets a 2-2-1 zone press. He breaks the press, splits two defenders, finds Sanders down low. He scores the basket and draws a foul. Give Brody Meyer the assist.
Jay's got a good shot, but he doesn't shoot very often.
Does not look to shoot.
No, he doesn't. And he's open a lot. It's like, dude, shoot. Because he's a good shooter.
I agree 100%. Free throw's no good. Gabert going quickly, finds Burke going back door, and once again, can't catch the ball. It's a little, basically, passing and catching is really letting Winfield down here. Inbound to Meyer. Brody reverses it back to Forrest. He splits two defenders on a dribble, goes around another, gets it into the paint, spins, turnaround jump shot, no good. Sanders fights for the rebound, gets it, and he's tied up by Gabert. Jump ball call, arrows going Warrenton's way. No, you're right. I mean, Jay Sanders shoots a 48% from two-point land and 40% from three-point land. He should definitely look to shoot a little bit more. This shows he's unselfish, though. Sanders gets the ball corner to Martin. He's got the baseline three, and Drano. That is Carter Martin's 4-3. Gives an assist to Jay Sanders. Winfield with the ball over Gabert's hands on the left wing. He's double teamed, dribbles out of that double team. Picks his dribble up, gets it over to Westhoff. Skip pass the other side to Burke. Down low to Keppel. Tries to get it to Keel. Myers there. Tried to save it before it went out of bounds, but he stepped on the baseline. Substitutions for Winfield. Bo Schulte back in, and who else did they bring in? Oh, Caden Rowland, first time in a 6'4" senior. Yeah. Gabert at the point, goes behind his back on the dribble, gets into the paint. A little teardrop shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, takes it back up, and he sinks that. Gabert with the offensive board and the bucket.
No press going on right now.
10-point lead for the Big Red. Forrest with the ball on the left wing, dribbles in. Gets into the paint, shoots a little teardrop of his own, and he hits that.
Warrenton's up by 12.
Schulte in the front court now on the right wing. Back to Gabert at the point. Gabert takes a couple dribbles. Right side to Burke. He drives baseline. Back to Gabert. Loose ball deflected. Forrest gets on the floor and dives on it. And Coach Thomas calls a timeout. Is it 30 or 40? Did you see, John?
I didn't see it. It's
a 30.
30 seconds.
So I think Coach Thomas called a timeout there to save the possession when
Correct.
Forrest was on the floor.
Yep.
So nothing wrong with that. That's what those 30 seconds are good for.
And it's a good breather for the boys. So up by 12.
All right, Big Red basketball on the sidelines. Meyer gets it into Forrest. Gabert with a little man-to-man pressure here. Full court. Steals it off the dribble and scores. I told you Gabert's having a good game. He didn't start, but he's been a big factor in Winfield's attack tonight. Forrest on the left side now. Gets it back to Meyer. Meyer back to Forrest. Shot fakes, drives. Little 10-foot shot, and he draws the foul. D3 will go to the free throw line. They can get rolling with the foul. 6'4" senior center's first.
He needs to pick on somebody his own size.
He's a big boy.
He is.
Takes up some space. First free throw from Diedrich is good. You know, height is the one thing that basketball coaches can't teach players, how to be tall. D3 knocks down the second one. He's got 10 for the game now. Nice pass inside from Gabert. White missed the point-blank reverse layup, though. So a 12-point lead for the Big Red. Ball on the right side to Brody Meyer. He drops best, gets it inside to Sanders. Stolen by Winfield. Up ahead to White. He loses traction. Gabert picks up the loose ball. His shot is blocked. Anderson gets the ball. Meyer on the fast break. Off the board, no good. Oh, and a frustration foul there from Brody Meyer. Foul and rolling 94 feet from the basket. That's Brody's third. Into the game for Warrenton. Billy Spicer checks in, and Marcus Green giving Sanders and Anderson a little rest. All right, Burke brings the ball up. Over to left side to Gabert now. Warrenton crowd's chance of defense here. Gabert on the left side over to Burke. He shot fakes, drives baseline. Back out to Gabert. 15 shot from the elbow. No good. Burke with the rebound. His shot's no good. Green with another rebound. Outlet pass to Meyer. He's going on the fast break and scores the layup. Brody Myers gets two. Good outlet pass for Green. He gets the assist there. And that was Schulte driving into the lane for Winfield, and he draws the foul on Green. So a little end-to-end action here going in this battle between the Warriors.
1:40 left to go in this third period. Warrenton is up 38-24.
That's Marcus's first foul. Schulte goes to the free throw line. First one no good. Into the game for Winfield. Caleb Keel and Will Schulte. Next free throw no good. Martin with the rebound. Winfield falls back into their zone defense. Kick it out to Martin. His three is good.
Rattled around and then went down.
Carter Martin's got his 3 goggles on tonight. White tries to get inside to Rowland. Stolen by Spicer. Loose ball now. White gets it back up. Gets it over to Schulte. Tries to get it back to Keel. And ball goes out of bounds. 30-second timeout called by Coach Groves. Warrenton with a 17-point lead. Their largest of the game.
I saw Joe Green here tonight. He's actually looking really good. I know he's back to school and everything, so it's good to see him up and about and supporting the Warriors.
That's fantastic news. Every time I sit down and look at my sheet and I think about Joe and I see his name there, and I'm guessing he's not going to come back and play this year, but that's understandable. And he's only a sophomore, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's got 2 more years.
Got a lot of great basketball still left from that boy.
Right.
I'm excited to see him. So
just needs to heal and get healthy and get strong, and he's got 2 more years ahead of him. Thanks for that update.
Okay, we got 1:10 left to go in this third period. Warriors up 41-24.
No press from Winfield this time. They stay in their matchup zone. Forrest finds Meyer down low. His alley-oop basket's no good, but Green gets the rebound, puts it back up. Green's got 2 assists and 2 points now. White finds Schulte down low. Ball's knocked out of the way. Martin comes up with it. Finds Meyer on the fast break. His layup partially blocked by Keel. Up to Schulte now on the right side. Skip pass to White. His 3-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Forrest. Little 2-on-3. Goes alley-oop again. That one's no good. Back-to-back alley-oops to Meyer. Warriors with a 19-point lead, though. Their largest of the game. Very close to being backcourt there. White down to Rowland. Shot fake. Gets it into Schulte. Kicks it back out. They find corner 3, no good. Rowland tried to save it. Went out of bounds. That was Will Schulte on a baseline 3.
Got to have a little pressure. Only got 11 seconds left to go.
Spicer inbounds it for the Big Red. Gets it into Meyer. Meyer brings it up on the dribble. Finds Forrest on the right side. Gets it down to Martin. Martin shot fakes. Takes a 3. No good. And that's going to be the end of the 3. After 3 quarters, your score here at Warrenton High School on Pink Night. Warrenton leads 43-24. Their largest lead of the game. For nearly 80 years, one name has kept Warrenton and Montgomery County comfortable. Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning. From Omar Schreer's first furnaces in 1946 to today's cutting-edge Daikin systems, one thing has never changed: family taking care of family. What started with 1 truck and a few hundred neighbors has grown into generations of local folks serving dozens of Missouri communities with the same heart, the same pride, and the same commitment to treating your home like our own. Whether it's heat, air, or total home comfort, Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning is here for you. Because around here, comfort means community. Call Schreer Heating and Air Conditioning today. It's just how we do things around here. All right, we'll start the fourth quarter. Warrenton on defense. Winfield with the ball. Burke brings the ball up. Right side to Schulte. Warrenton still in their zone. Gabert over to Burke on the left side. And I think we have something action away from the ball.
31.
Taylor Anderson. He's saying that somebody's grabbing his jersey. So they must have got called for trying to get somebody to stop holding his jersey. Substitutions for Winfield. Luke White into the game, and Caleb Keel. Keel will inbound for Winfield. Gets it into Burke. No, stolen by Meyer. Did a good job jumping in the passing lane. Burke with the foul. 2 hands check. Actually, a pretty good foul because Brody was off to the races on that one.
He was, but with his track record.
Yeah, but coming off a timeout, it would have been fresh. He might have got the thing we won't talk about. Brody drives the lane, gets it into Anderson, gets it over to Sanders. Nice little pass there, and Sanders converts the basket. Jay's got 4. Give Anderson the assist. All right, Gabert tied up there at the point. And they're going to get Brody on his foul. That's his 4th.
Both of our guys that had a lot of fouls were on him, double teaming him. So
that's true. Either way, it's not going to be good.
Nope.
All right, Gabert drives the lanes, takes a shot, blocked by Meyer. Forrest comes up with a loose ball. He's on his horse going the other way, kicks it out to Sanders. Shot fakes, drives baseline, finds Anderson, kicks it out to Meyer. Meyer finds Martin in the corner. He shot fakes, drives, gets to Anderson. Stolen by Winfield. Burke's going the other way. Finds White. His layup is off the board and good. White gets the basket. Burke gets the assist. Winfield's showing press now. Ball got up to Sanders in the front court. Sanders drives, gets it into Anderson. Anderson kicks it back out to Meyer. Meyer spins on the dribble, brings it back out, finds Forrest at the free throw line. Diedrich drives in off the dribble and scores. Little 10-foot jump shot for Diedrich Forrest.
It's a great shot.
And pass, Gabert takes it in. Sanders jumps in the lane and can't get his mitts around the ball and knocks it out of bounds. Had a steal. He wasn't sure if he was going to try to kick it or grab it, and he was caught between those two positions. Keel inbounds it, finds Gabert. A little 10-foot jump shot off the board, no good. Anderson rips the board. Back to Sanders, over to Forrest.
Warrenton with a 21-point lead.
Forrest skip past to Brody Meyer on the right side. He's going to take the baseline 3. Shot no good. Martin with the rebound. He brings it back out, draws the foul on Burke. Winfield being a little more desperate on defense, having to try to go for steals. That's 2 quick ones on Burke here. He's only got 2, so not a bad foul. They've only got 4, 5 teams, 16 fouls.
Yeah.
So for the whole game. So Coach Groves probably told him to be a little more aggressive and get some steals. Brody Meyer on the left wing with the ball for Warrenton. Dribbles towards the middle. Finds Forrest on the right side. A little spread offense here from Warrenton. Guards out a little higher. Diedrich crosses over. Kicks it out to the corner. Sanders is going to take the 3. Hey, Sanders!
He must have been listening to us.
Good Diedrich Forrest to assist. You'd like to see Jay look at the basket. That's good. Keel gets it down low to White. Shot fakes. Tries to get it inside, but Martin's there. Schulte gets it back. Gabert with the ball. Burke now takes the 3. No good. Anderson with another rebound. Hands it back to Forrest.
24-point lead by Warrenton. 5:12 left to go in this game.
Forrest dribbles into the paint. Kicks it out to Martin. He'll take the open 3. That was almost in, but no good. Long rebound goes to Winfield. White brings it up on the left side. He drives the paint, spins, loses a handle, gets it out to Keel. He'll take the 3. Keel knocks in the 3. Caleb Keel's first 3. Give Luke White the assist. And we've got timeout by Warrenton.
Full timeout, look like.
Full timeout.
Need to run that clock out. That's the biggest goal right now for Warrenton. Up by 21.
Jay Sanders is the leading scorer for Warrenton in the second half.
That's awesome. How many's he got?
He's got 7, all in the second half.
All right, Jay Sanders, Mr. Hustle.
That's what I talked about in the pregame show, is that some of the other players besides Diedrich and Brody got to step up. Carter Martin's got 19. Jay's got 7. So that was really good. And a great defensive effort tonight.
Yeah. You got
Warriors average giving up 56 points per game, and they've only got 29. That's half of what they normally allow. And as you said, John, the part of that not giving up those second chance rebounds.
Yeah, it is. Taylor's on fire with rebounds.
All right, Winfield comes out of the timeout, back to pressing. Looks like they're going to go 1-2-2 press this time. All right, a ball inbound to Myers. He gets trapped. Gets it over to Forrest. He gets trapped. Forrest breaks that trap. Loses the handle. Gets it back to Myers at the point. Sideline over to Sanders. Down low to Anderson. He takes it up and scores it.
All right, Taylor.
Glad to see Taylor score that basket. Another assist for Jay Sanders. He's got 3 assists now. Outside to Burke. Shot fakes. Dribbles in. Tried to get it into Keppel, knocked out of bounds by Sanders. Winfield ball underneath their own basket. Keel inbounds it for Winfield. Tries to get into Anderson. He swatted it away, almost hit Keel, but Keel was able to get out of the way. So they'll try it again. Keel tries to get it into Burke, but Force was playing it, gets it up to Meyer. Jam time!
Did you know that was coming?
I think Diedrich knew it was coming. He was playing that center, strong safety position and intercepted that. It's almost like he and Brody were on the same page. I'm going to intercept it and I'm going to hit you going long. Foul on Jay Sanders. Oh, no.
Taylor Anderson.
Taylor Anderson. That's Taylor's 3rd. Spicer and Green back into the game.
Warriors with a 25-point lead with 4:02 left to go in this game.
Inbound to Keel. Gets it into Keppel. Keppel dribbles back out. They find Keel on the baseline. Keel dribbles back to the point. Over to Schulte.
Winfield taking their time a little bit here, surprisingly.
Well, you're down by 25. You're not going to come back, so you might as well work against this defense because you're probably going to see it again. It's really caused them problems all night. All right. Schulte with a 3 from out top. Bounces high. Keel gets the rebound. No. Marcus Green almost had it, but stepped on the baseline. Winfield ball out of bounds on the baseline. Colin Westhoff into the game. He's got 2 3-pointers. I can see why Coach Groves wants him back into the game. They get it into Westhoff. He shoots the 3. No good. Spicer with a great block out. And they're trying to foul him. But Spicer is able to get the ball to Forrest. They have 3 guys attacking him. Forrest goes between the legs. And Coach Thomas calls a timeout, I think, once again to save the 10-second count.
Yep.
So
full timeout.
Heads up timeout by Coach Thomas.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say.
Little breather for the boys. A little talk. Let's knock the clock off.
Every game, every moment, every student athlete deserves to be seen. The Warrenton Sports Network is committed to broadcasting 100 live events per year, connecting families, alumni, and our entire community. But we can't do it alone. With flexible sponsor packages and an average of 1,500 viewers per event, your business can make a real impact supporting our students while reaching a loyal local audience. Help keep these live streams possible. Contact the Warren County R3 School District Office to become a sponsor today. The Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes together.
3:12 left to go in this game. Warrenton is up 54-29.
Spicer gets it into Forrest. It's like Winfield picking up man-to-man now. No, it's still the matchup zone. I was wrong. Spicer at the point. Over to Brody Meyer. His three's on the way. And it is nothing but net Drano City. Spicer with the assist. Meyer with the three. Keel's going to try a three on this side of the court. No good. Spicer with the rebound. That's his second board and an assist. He's made an impact since he's gotten into the game here in the fourth. Carter Martin with the baseline three. He's off the mark for once. Schulte's going the other way for Winfield. Thought about going all the way, but poked out from behind by Meyer. Ball goes out of bounds off of Forrest's hands. Coach Thomas going to clear the bench. Get a nice round of applause for the starters. A little youth movement here now for the Big Red. We see Keegan Lemkuhl in the game. Luke Hans. Luke Bohm.
Markel Green.
Markel Green, thanks, John. Baseline three on the way. No good. Lemkuhl with the rebound. He's triple teamed, trying to get the ball out. Green gets the ball going the other way. Marcus, right side to Hans, back to Lemkuhl. Inside to Green. Finds his brother down low. Shot fake, reverse layup. No good. Gets his own rebound, taps it in. We have a Markel Green basket.
Warriors up by 30 with 2 minutes left to go.
Keel on the right side. Gives it up to Schulte. His three, no good. Long rebound goes to Keel. He saves it. Back to Marcus Green, up to Lemkuhl. Lemkuhl gets it up to Bohm. Bohm back to Lemkuhl at the point. Man-to-man defense from Winfield here. Burke with the steal, gets ahead to Kappel. His right-hand layup, good. Kappel with the basket, Burke with the assist. Green to Green, a little high-low action. Markel misses the shot, gets a rebound, misses that shot. Hans gets a rebound, misses the shot. Burke with his head up, going the other way, gets it to Keel on the right side, down the baseline. Kappel shot fakes. Back to Keel now. Keel drives baseline, splits two defenders. Right-handed layup, good. Caleb Keel with the basket. And Coach Groves is going to call a timeout just to get some subs into the game. He brings in Cole Shoemake, Will Schulte, and I think that's it. No, there's one more maybe. And Stephen Dees into the game for Winfield.
It's a great way to honor Scott Harsh with a win tonight. All he does for our community. His son was an awesome baseball player, awesome football player. Always a pleasure to watch him, and huge supporter of Warrenton Warriors here and the whole community. Hopefully we get good news. I know he has a doctor appointment coming up soon. We'll hopefully get good news that he's all cure and ready to rock and roll back at it. So.
Definitely. All right, under a minute to play. Winfield back to press. Ball into Markel Green. Brings the ball up. Over back to Luke Hans. Hans brings the ball up on a dribble. Finds Bohm, but intercepted by Burke for just a second. Knocked it out of bounds. Inbound to Lemkuhl. Over to Bohm. Bohm on the dribble, finds Lemkuhl on the right wing. He finds Green down low. Nice little spin move off the board and good. Markel Green's got 4. Give the assist to Lemkuhl.
61-33 with 28 seconds left to go. Warrenton is leading.
3-point attempt by Winfield, no good. Markel Green with the rebound. Gets it over to Lemkuhl on the left side. He dribbles back to the point. Probably going to just run out the clock here. Good sportsmanship there by Coach Thomas and the Big Red. So stick around for the Warrenton Sports Network postgame show. Coming up next, your final score, 61-33 in favor of the Big Red. So welcome in, folks, to the Warrenton Sports Network postgame show. Once again, your final score is 61-33, a 28-point victory for Warrenton. They led by 10 at halftime and really clear separation in the third and fourth quarter from the Big Red. Their 1-2-2 zone defense led to a lot of steals and easy baskets, highlighted by the slam dunk by Brody Meyer early in the fourth quarter. So let's run down the scoring for each team and take a look at the star player for each team. So for Winfield, Luke White had 2, Camden Burke had 4, Brady Keppel had 5, Colin Westhoff had 6, Bo Schulte had 2, Caleb Keel had 7, and the star of the game for Winfield we're going to give to Nick Gabert. He really made a difference. He ended up with 7 points, but he came off the bench. He wasn't a starter and really inserted himself well into the game, but good balanced scoring from Winfield altogether. Now looking at the Warriors, we're going to give Marcus Green, he had 2, Markel Green had 4, Taylor Anderson had 2, Jay Sanders led all scorers in the second half with 7. And then Diedrich Forrest had 12. Brody Meyer had 14. So both those guys real close to their averages. And the star of the game goes to Carter Martin with 19 points. That included 5 threes.
That is awesome.
So the All-State pitcher was throwing a long ball tonight.
Yes, yes.
A great game for the Big Red. Good victory here on Pink Night. So that's a wrap on tonight's Warrenton Sports Network postgame show. Let's take a look ahead to what's next. Oh, John, you have any final thoughts?
I'm going to give runner-up player of the game to Jay Sanders for shooting some balls out there. Big hustle always. So, way to go, Jay. Proud of you, man.
I couldn't agree more. Good to see him. We'll take a look to shoot the ball a little bit. Players getting a round of hand from the fans as they exit the court here. Let's take a look ahead to what's happening next. Winfield's next game will be Friday, February 20th, when they'll travel to St. Charles West to take on those Warriors, while the Big Red Hoopsters will next play on Friday, February 20th at St. Charles High School. For our crew, our sponsors, and the entire Warrenton community, this is Keith Brown alongside John Meyer saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports. Let's go Big Red.
Have a great night, folks.